Hello and welcome to Underwisey. My name is Soham and today we are going to talk about Season 2 Episode 1 of the Quintessential Quintuplets. But before that, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to the channel since I do weekly anime and manga related content. With that being said, let's begin the video. Now this is one of those series which I've been waiting for a really long time now. Mostly all of the anime which are coming out this season or which will be coming out this year itself, I've already read the manga for all of them, from Dr. Stone to Attack on Titan to Kaguya-sama Love is War. I've already read the manga for all of them. I'm caught up with the latest chapter of the manga, so I know what is exactly going to happen in those anime. But this series, that is the Quintessential Quintuplets, this is the only series for which I've only seen the anime. I have not gone past season 1, so I was eagerly waiting for this season 2. And now that it is here, we need to talk about this. And it's kind of really exciting for me because I do not know what exactly is going to happen here. Unfortunately, I have got a couple of spoilers for the ending of the series, but that is not going to affect my viewing experience that much because I still do not know a lot of things that is going to happen here, and that is pretty much evident from the episode 1 as well. Because there are some very interesting stuff here which I have absolutely no idea about whatsoever. Also, just a quick note, I have not seen season 1 in a really long time, so I might mispronounce the names of the girls here. I will obviously do a correction in the editing if I mess up some names, but I'm really sorry for that in advance. But anyway, episode 1 starts from the hospital and Uesugi Futaro is recovering in the hospital. This takes place a couple of days after the vacation because in the vacation he had got very high fever and his flu developed into a very severe condition. That is the reason why he is currently hospitalized in the hospital owned by the quintuplets' father. So this is pretty interesting in my opinion, and at the very same time, Nino of all people comes to his room. This is again very exciting because I was not expecting Nino of all people. I thought that maybe Itsuki or Miko would be coming to greet him, but here we see Nino of all people. But something very surprising happens here because she goes on to hide in the room, and at the same time the other girls minus of Itsuki, and later on we find out that they are here for their vaccination and Itsuki and Nino are basically scared of the needles for vaccination. This is the only reason why she was hiding in his room, but that is of course not the case. All the sisters have some sort of a feeling for Uesugi, which is very clear to all of us. Overall, the first episode is very simple. There's not a lot of stuff that is happening here. The hospital scenes quickly end, but there are some interesting stuff which happen here which will probably be addressed in the later half of the series. The most exciting of all of them was the doctor who was examining Uesugi. It is sort of revealed that this particular doctor has seen Uesugi before, and it is highly hinted that this doctor is somewhat related to the girl in the picture, the girl whom Uesugi met in Kyoto 5 years ago. There is some sort of a connection here, but it is not completely revealed. Moreover, Itsuki also comes to his room, and through the conversation, he finally realizes the fact that that girl whom he met 5 years ago in Kyoto, she was none other than one of the quintessential quintuplets. But the biggest question is, who is she? Honestly, I also do not know the answer at this point because I have not read the manga, so it's kind of intriguing for me as well because the sense of mystery is really keeping up well. The scene then goes back to their apartment and all the sisters have tied their hair in the similar manner because Uesugi is basically trying to identify a certain person and he's trying to find out if he can differentiate between all the 5 sisters or not, if the hairstyles is the same. It's very hilarious for us the viewers because we can see the difference in their hair color and everything, but I think inside the world of anime, this is not apparently clear. It's very hilarious, but it's kind of lame as well at the same time. But why did this particular thing happen? Well, it's not for the reason which we all thought in the beginning, that he's not trying to find out the girl in the picture. Rather, this is because of something which happened 10 minutes prior, because when he entered the room, he saw one of the girls in a bathrobe and the girl just throws a bag at Uesugi which contained the answer sheets of the girls. But the problem here is that Uesugi does not know whose answer sheet this is because the names have been struck off and he's not able to identify the girl from the bathrobe. So that is the major reason why he has asked all the 5 girls to tie up their hair in a similar manner so that he can differentiate between them. There's some very hilarious comedy here as well because Miko basically says that they have an identifying mole because of which he will be able to identify between all the 5 sisters, and she basically lies down on the sofa and she's about to reveal that mole. Wink wink, is that only me? But anyway, the lewdness is really low on this episode. I'll talk about that particular stuff later on, but let me just finish the plot of this episode. So in the end, Uesugi conducts a test and on the basis of the handwriting, he realizes that it is none other than Ichika, but it is later on revealed that all the 5 sisters are also involved in this thing because it contained the answers from all the 5 sisters and he's able to understand all of this because of the handwritings. But in the end, he also asks them that if any one of them had actually met him 5 years ago in Kyoto, because he remembered that plot of the Lucky Charm. None of them really give an answer to them in this particular regard, but it is left to us, the reader's interpretations. This plot of the story is obviously going to be explored in the future episodes, I'm pretty sure about it, but this was really some nice stuff. Now on the topic of the animation and everything else, the animation is top notch here. It's a lot better than the previous season. My only gripe or my only complaint here is that the colors look a little muted, the colors look a little too bright at times, as if to give a soft touch, but it's not that appealing in my opinion. But the animation is definitely great. And on the topic of that, the character designs are a little different, obviously they are a little different, and the lewdness is kind of reduced. I know this is a typical harem show, this is as harem as an anime can get, and the previous season had a lot of thigh shots and everything, but that is kind of reduced here. I think that is because of the art style, the overall art style is a little different, but it can be good, it can be bad, it is totally upon your perception of the series. But overall, I'm quite impressed by this episode. This is a good episode, the opening is good, the ending is kind of okayish. I'm not a very big fan of the ending, but overall, I'm happy with this episode and I'm looking forward to the series in the future as well. So this is it for episode 1 of season 2 of the Quintessential Quintuplets. What do you guys think about all of this? Please mention your thoughts in the comment section below. So that's it for today guys, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel for more. This is WonderWyZ and I'll see you soon in the next video.